gonna make him an offer again.
Of all the gin joints and all the towns and all the
can't
world.
handle the truth. Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the
Frankly,
war room.
my dear, I don't give a damn.
This is where the fun begins.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Movie Melee. We got an exciting match for you this evening in the singles division. We got returning players, Jack Pinchuk going up against Albert Wiradharma. I believe this is both of their first matches of the season. Very excited to have them back. Don't have a lot of preamble for this one, so we're just going to get right into pre-match interviews, starting with our unfortunate a lower-ranked competitor for this evening, Albert Wiradharma. Albert, you're back. I can't remember when your last match was, but I believe you won. So how you doing?
I don't remember when my last match was. It's been a while, but yeah, I'm good. I'm excited to play Jack. I feel like a lot of people tend to despise Jack sometimes, but I don't. I love Jack, so we'll see how this goes here today. He does have a wider range of knowledge compared to me, so if I can zone in on the niche stuff, maybe I can win this.
All right, sounds good. Well, good luck to you. We will now bring in your opponent for this evening, Jack Pinchuk, the man who everyone hates, public enemy number one. How you doing, Jack?
I'm doing well. Yeah, no, it's been a pretty good day. Not a lot has really happened, so that's kind of nice. And it's not a day that the Oilers are losing to the Kings in the playoffs, so that's a good thing too. I'm excited to play Albert. He's a good buddy of mine. Teammates in other leagues and everything. And I got to watch a Haley Steinfeld movie. To be fair, it wasn't for this match because it's still in theaters. Sinners fucking rules. Everyone watch it. And I was gonna watch Edge of 17, but I ran out of time. So hopefully that doesn't bite me in the ass.
Bold move, giving away what films you watched in preparation for this match. But good luck to you as well. We'll now get into round number one, which will work like this. It is the whiteboard round. The players will be asked 8 questions, 8 different categories of movie trivia, which they will answer individually on their whiteboards. Should any player get all 8 questions correct, they will be asked a bonus question also worth a point. Each player has 3 repeats and 1 challenge to use for the entirety of the match. Any questions before we get started?
No.
All right. Well, then your first question will come in the category of sports. Who plays soccer coach Phil Weston in 2005's Kicking and Screaming? Not one of my favorite sports, but this is one of my favorite movies.
Oh, well,
Comment down below if you think I'm lying or not. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Albert.
Will Ferrell. Well, my
And Jack.
This is also what I guessed. Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell is correct. So 1-1 as we get into your next question in the category of drama. I guess. What is the name of the island that Jaws takes place on? Yeah, I guess it's kind of a drama. Sure. That's all I got for that one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Jack.
Amity Island.
And Albert.
Amity.
Amity is correct. We stay tied to a piece. Get into your next question in the category of comedy. What horror comedy is about a group of mostly 20-somethings trapped in a house during a hurricane while a killer is amongst them? So many things I want to say. I'll stay tuned. I'll say it in the next question. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Albert.
Bodies.
And Jack.
Bodies.
Bodies is correct. Although, technically, spoiler alert, there isn't really a killer among them. The next one. The category of directors. Who directed Collateral? Yeah, not a fan of Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. I wanted to like it more. I like Rachel Sennett. She's hilarious.
She's
She's
great.
probably the best part of it.
Well, her and
Rest of the
Lee,
movie,
Lee Pace as well.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Jack
Michael Mann.
and Albert.
Michael Mann.
Michael Mann is correct. Both players staying perfect, 4-4. So getting your next question in the category of classics. What 50s film features a cast that includes Vivian Leigh, Carl Malden, and Marlon Brando? I had to fight with my own brain and my mouth to not say Marlon Wayans. I don't know why I wanted to, but I was like, this close.
Love that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Albert.
A Streetcar Named Desire.
And Jack.
A Streetcar Named Desire.
A Streetcar Named Desire is correct. 5-5. This is we now get into your next question in the category of romantic comedies. Splash takes place in what U.S. city? Ooh, puzzled looks on either competitor's faces. Interesting. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Jack.
I haven't seen this movie. San Francisco?
And Albert.
Haven't seen it either. I said New York City.
One of you is correct. It is New York City. So Albert gets the point there. 6-5 as we get into your next question in the category of music. What music film stars hip-hop duo Outkast and features Terrence Howard and Paula Patton? What? This is a great question. Shout out to the writer. Gotta love Outkast. I mean, they're the best. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Albert.
I have nothing.
And Jack?
I think Terrence Howard is in Hustle and Flow.
That's a good guess. Unfortunately, both incorrect. We were looking for Idlewild, which is their worst album by far.
Sure.
So no more perfect rounds as we get into your final question of the round, in the category of sci-fi/fantasy. In what film will you find a pair of siblings sucked into a TV show and see it start to colorize as they change the town? I don't have much to say about this. Good start to round one. Very competitive, back and forth. Love to see it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Jack.
Pleasantville.
Interesting spelling. We'll go to Albert.
I never said I was good at that.
I saw the TV glow.
We have a tie game, 6-6. Coming in round number 1, Pleasantville is the correct answer. So with that, we'll now get into round number 2, which will work like this. It is the wheel round. So each player will get the chance to spin the wheel, which will decide what category they'll be answering questions in today. If they don't like the category they spin the first time, they can spin a second time, but they must keep whatever it lands on then. Each question worth 2 points apiece, unless they check down a multiple choice, which case it is worth 1 point. Stealing is available in this round. Categories on the wheel today are directed by Denis Villeneuve, although it's spelled wrong there. Sorry, I complained about Jack's spelling, and then I fucked that up, that's Jack's strength. Then we have Haley Steinfeld, which is Albert's strength, as well as the general categories of recent releases: action, adventure, Oscars, animation, music, and sci-fi fantasy. So since we are tied, and Jack, you are the higher-ranked competitor, would you like to spin first or defer?
I'll go first.
Okay. Well, then this will be your first spin. Land on action/adventure. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
Could be worse, but Well, it could also be better, so I'll spin again.
All right. Well, then land on recent.
All right, cool.
All right. So your first question in the category of recent releases. Which recent release opens in 1947 and ends in 1980?
The Brutalist.
That is correct for 2 points. Your next question. Who plays Johnny Cash in A Complete Unknown?
Boyd Holbrook.
That is correct for 2 points. Now your third question. Excuse me. In the substance, what color is the titular liquid that allows the user to switch between host bodies?
Not going to overthink it. Yellow.
That is incorrect, Albert, for the 2 point steal.
I think it's like a neon version of green, so green.
That is correct for the 2 point steal.
I remember it being yellow, but that's fair.
Your next question. Who directed Alien Romulus?
Fede Alvarez.
That is correct for 2 points. Your next question. What is the profession of Rita in Amelia Perez?
I'm going to assume that's Zoe Saldana's character, so lawyer.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, so after that, Jack hits his score up to 14. Albert still remaining at, or not, Albert picking up a 2 point steal, getting his score up to 8. So he'll bring back the wheel now for what will be Albert's first spin. And you land on spinner's choice.
Okay. Just go with Haley Steinfeld.
All right. Then your first question in the category of Haley Steinfeld. How much money does Greta sell her album for in Begin Again?
$1.
That is correct for 2 points. Your next question. Who plays Romeo in Romeo and Juliet?
Douglas Boot.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question now. In Pitch Perfect 3, which European country do the Bellas land in where they first meet the other bands who will be joining them on the USO tour?
Spain.
That is correct for 2 points. And the tie game. Your penultimate question. How did Emily die in When Marnie Was There?
Oh, which one is Emily? Uh,
5, 4.
car accident.
That is correct for 2 points. And now your final question in this category. Who directed The Marvels?
Oh, Nia DaCosta.
And that is correct for the clean sweep of the category. All right, so coming out of round number 2, we have a very high-scoring competitive game here. We have Albert in the lead 18 to Jack's 14. So again, in round number 3, which will work like this, it is the pick your poison round. You'll be going back and forth drafting categories starting with the player in the lead. Once a category is drafted, it cannot be drafted by your opponent. Once all categories are drafted, the player behind will answer questions until they take the lead. The player will choose which category they would like to take for their 1, 2, 3, and 4-point question in that order. And we will go until there's a mathematical winner. Categories for them to choose today are 2010s, Oscars, coming of age / teen, classics, comic book movies, actors and actresses, scores and soundtracks, and directors. So we'll let them pick their categories right now, and we will be right back. All right, we're back. The players have selected their categories, so we will start with Jack since he is down by 4. So, Jack, what category would you like for your 1-pointer?
I'll take my 1-pointer in directors.
All right. Your question in the category of directors. Who directed 1959's Ben-Hur?
William Wyler.
That is correct for 1 point. But since you're still behind, we will stick with you. What would you like for your 2-pointer now?
I'll take my 2 in comic book movies.
Okay. So your question in the category of comic book movies. Who plays the titular character in 1996's Barbed Wire?
Pamela Anderson.
That is correct for 2 points. So now you're only down by 1. So what category would you like for your 3-pointer?
Classics.
Classics it is. So your 3-pointer in the category of classics. In 12 Angry Men, who is the second juror to submit a not guilty vote?
Oh, juror number 10.
It's unfortunately incorrect. We're looking for juror number 9.
Yeah, okay.
Damn.
All right, so then here's the situation. Jack has his 4-pointer remaining in Oscars. If he hits it, he will send it back over to Albert. If he misses, Albert will be the winner. So your question in the category of Oscars. Hal Ashby won his only Oscar in what category?
Best original screenplay.
And your winner, Albert Wiradharma. That is unfortunately incorrect. We're looking for best editing for In the Heat of the Night. He started out as an editor. Fun fact.
Oh,
Yeah.
did not know that.
All right, so we'll go into post-match interviews, starting with our unfortunate second-place finisher for this evening, Jack. Jack, not going to lie, those are some pretty hard 3-4s, so I feel bad for you there. But overall, I still think he played a really solid game, like 17 points, very, very solid. It just so happens that Albert was on fire today. He went completely perfect in round number 2 and was able to get the TKO from that. So overall, how you feel?
I don't feel bad about this loss at all. I got 6 in round 1, which is really good for me. I just had a minor slip up with the substance. That movie was just I'm probably going to miss a lot from it because I didn't watch as much of it as I probably should have, just because I was constantly looking away. No, the 3-4s, like I probably should have hit that 12 Angry Men 3-pointer. I was off by 1. I don't feel too bad about that. And then I thought Hal Ashby definitely won in original screenplay for being there. Is kind of where I went with that. So I don't feel bad about that loss. And you know what? If I lost on an Oscars question, okay. I know something new about the Oscars now than I didn't before. And I like the Oscars, so that's not a problem for me.
Very well. So when you return, because your record's not that bad. It's only 3-5.
Yeah, I got a loss off it, and I got a new loss on it now. So it's not like
there you go.
Yeah,
not the same as it was like 2 months ago. So yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
When you return, is there anyone who you'd be wanting to face in particular?
They got their record pretty good, but if Adelaide is negative again, then I'll absolutely take them on.
Sounds good. Well, they are also calling you out in the private chat, so that works
Let's
out well.
Go, Adelaide. Let's make this match happen. I'll prove that I'm the A player on water too. Probably
Great, sounds good. Well, congrats on a good match. We'll put you backstage for now, and we'll bring in the winner for this evening, Albert Wiradharma. A very, very impressive performance. 18 points in 2 rounds. That's pretty crazy.
Thank
So very good stuff. How you feeling?
Feels good. A win is always good. Only missing 1 question. I believe only 1 in that round 1. That felt good. And yeah, I got lucky in round 2. Like I said, if I can get the niche category, I could win it, and that's what happened.
Yeah, well, a very impressive win. So when you return, is there anyone who you want to call out?
No one in particular, honestly. I don't know. Yeah, no one in particular I want to call out, I guess. I'll play anyone.
Fair enough. Well, I can't imagine many people wanting to call you out after a performance like this because that was pretty scary. So good job. Congrats on a good performance. We'll put you backstage for now, and I will close this out as clumsily as I always do. Yeah, great match, great back and forth. Just Jack, I think, got caught in some tricky threes and fours. It happens to us sometimes. But yeah, overall good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to the writers, players, everyone that helps make this league what it is, showrunners, everyone who I usually say in this part. You've heard me say it a bunch of times now at this point. Anyways, we'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
In case I don't see you.
I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.